Good morning. Happy Monday. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. Okay, so as I was thinking about the message I wanted to deliver, I actually had a really good weekend for my business, and it was exciting for me. Years ago, I've shared with you a few times about my business. Years ago when I started this business, it's a little entertainment company I decided to start, and I decided to call it WowE Entertainment. And when I started this company, I knew that starting a company, any kind of company, is not for the faint of heart. You need to have a lot of faith to fight the fear that's going to come with any sort of venture like this, because fear will be a part of the equation for sure, as I have learned. So when I was doing that, the only way I have ever learned to fight fear is through faith in my higher power, that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And so I knew that my higher power, who I choose to call God, had to be a key part of, at the core of this whole venture that I wanted to go on. And so I was, and listen, you know me, I'm not big into quoting or anything from the Bible, but there's, I think a lot to be taken from these parables in this and stories in the Bible that you can apply to your life. And one happened to be that came in my mind when I was starting this was the walk on water story, where they're in the middle of a storm, in the middle of the ocean, and they're freaking out. They're thinking they're going to die in the ocean, and all of a sudden Jesus just appears, and he's calm as can be, walking on water, and he's like, it's okay, it's gonna be okay, relax. And so Peter says, whoa, can I do this too? So he grabs Jesus' hand and he goes into the water with Jesus, and he's standing on water with Jesus, and he's like, oh my gosh, I'm walking on water just like Jesus. Then the mind starts kicking in, and he's like, but wait. He looks around. I shouldn't be able to walk on water. What's going on here? This is not right. Oh my gosh, I'm going to die. And he starts to sink. And Jesus pulls him up, puts him back in the boat, and says, you can, ye of little faith. And they end up safely at shore, and okay. And that for me was kind of a way to think about this venture that I'm going on. The boat's gonna get rocky, no doubt about it. The boat's gonna get a rocking, and there's gonna be stormy weather, and it's gonna seem like things are hopeless and dark and cloudy. And I just have to pull in my higher power, that light, that calming light, to just show up and say, it's okay, and watch it walk on water. So I was like, and then have the faith to stand in the water with my Creator and be okay with everything, and know that the storm around me is going to pass. All is well. All is well if I stick with God today. And so I decided I was like, oh, walk on water. But I didn't want to be overtly, put it out there overtly. I wanted it to, because I wanted it to appeal to this company, to appeal to all. But I wanted it to be a reminder to me every time I saw the name of what it was about. And so, wow, walk on water. That's where wow came from. E was the entertainment, walk on water entertainment. So that's really what the WowE stands for. It just happens to sound like a cool name as well. So, so I went with it. And there's definitely been some stormy seas at times, and there's definitely been some dark times, especially COVID. I was like, how can you run an entertainment company in the middle of COVID? I remember when I first started this company and I was having trouble getting it going, I was having the TurboTax man help me out. And I'm like, oh yeah, can you, I have a small entertainment company. And the TurboTax man started laughing. Let's just call it for what it was. He could hardly contain himself. Small company, I'd say so. And he just literally had to stop. Like I had to pause for a couple of minutes to let him kind of pull himself together at my expense. I'm like, yeah, I know it's not making any money right now, but it will one day, hopefully. And I'll just never forget the TurboTax man laughing like hysterically at me saying I have a small company, but I do have a small entertainment company, and it's probably going to stay a small entertainment company. That's okay. However, during the pandemic, couldn't do much with it. And then a few posts back, I talked to you about how I was doing these haunted audio ghost tours, and I freaked out because something went on with my Groupon redemption, and that got screwed up. But, I did the inventory, I did the work, I fixed what needed to be fixed. And then I said, I'm going to walk on water today. I'm going to walk on water and trust everything's going to be okay. And then I've been praying because, doing my taxes this year, the TurboTax man would have had a real good laugh because everything was I went to look at my account. I was like, maybe I should check my business account. Red. I was like, I need to really work on trying to get some money back in here now that things are opening up. And so this weekend, I've been praying for God to kind of guide me and shine the light, show me the way, where I'm supposed to go, what I'm supposed to do. And I got a lead through one of my lead finders that somebody was looking for a karaoke rental for this upcoming weekend for a bunch of kids. And so I reached out and I said, hey, I've got this karaoke rental part of my company if you're interested. And he replied, and he wanted like the better of the two packages, which is great for me because it definitely helps my bottom line, help me get out of the red. And as I was talking to this guy and working with this guy, I loved him. He works for this, he is I think like a youth minister for this church in Charlotte. And they were doing an after party prom thing. I didn't know what it was for. I was just, just helping him. And he said, and I told him, and I was frank, I said, listen, this is the first time I've opened back up since COVID and started renting out my karaoke equipment. You're the first. And he goes, listen, you don't know, this is a prayer answered for us because we wanted to do this, but we couldn't find anybody to do it for us. And that really made me feel good. I'm like, oh, good. I'm getting to work through God today to help these people at this church so these kids can have a great time singing karaoke. That's what it's about. That's why you're doing this. Your motto, your purpose that I had to be reminded of a few weeks ago when I started doing this is have fun helping other people have fun. That's my purpose for this whole thing, this whole venture. Have fun helping other people have fun. That's what WOWI's about. My speaking career, that's a whole other ball game. But WOWI is pure fun. It's all it's meant to be. It's absolute pure fun and helping people experience a good whatever they need to do. And it turned out they had a great time. The karaoke, it was absolutely filled my heart with happiness and joy to drop off this karaoke equipment and set it up and pick it up the next day. And then to top it off, a little cherry on top of the venture this weekend, somebody had purchased one of my audio ghost tours. And it wasn't a freak out moment or anything like that. It was like, oh, cool. Somebody did it. Somebody got it. And everything went smoothly because I did my work. I fixed my Groupon redemption and I didn't have to freak out and I didn't have to sink in the water again. I was able to walk on water this week. And I was able to trust that my higher power guiding the boat. He's guiding the boat wherever it's going to go. And, at least I'm out of the red now, thankfully. We'll see where that goes. But it is truly, truly trusting God. It's what it boils down to. Trusting God, walking on water. So that's my message to you. Are Are you in the boat? Are you in a rocky boat right now? Storms are brewing. Everything's dark and cloudy around you and you think you're going to sink. Well, look to the light. Look to your higher power joining you, walking on water, doing what the seemingly impossible, and reaching out saying, you can do the impossible with me. Just don't think about it. Just do it. Have faith. Have blind faith. Do it. And don't worry about how it's happening. Just trust. Just trust that it's going to be okay today. And it is. You can walk on water. You can walk on water today. That's my message to you. And you'll be safe and you'll be okay. And things are going to turn out just how they need to. Not according to your flawed human thinking, but according to, God's great gift of faith and love and mercy on us. And that's where I'm leaving you today. That's your message of hope. Walk on water today. Walk on water. It'll be okay. And if you need a karaoke rental, call me. If you want to take a ghost tour, call me. Or even Betty Bingo. A little plug for my company. But anyway, I hope you have a wonderful week. If you're enjoying these, subscribe. Let's keep in touch. Let's do this. Let's walk on water together. All right. Bye.